In this video, I'm going to show you one of the simplest ways to improve an image. I'm in the Develop module. Over here in the right panel under Effects, we have the Post-Crop Vignetting controls. Now under Style, if I click here, I'll get three choices. Highlight Priority, which is the default, Color Priority, and the Paint Overlay. Now the Highlight Priority, what that's doing is it's going to give priority to the highlights. It's going to maintain detail in the highlights on the edges. The color priority is going to maintain the color of that area, the edges. And then as far as paint overlay goes, that really just adds a black or gray color around the edges. I personally mostly use highlight priority, sometimes color priority, but I suggest just leaving it at highlight priority most of the time. So below those choices is the amount slider. I'm going to click and drag it to the left, which is going to darken the edges, as you can see there. And if I drag that slider to the right, it's going to lighten the edges. Let me go ahead and move it all the way to the left so I can now show you how these other sliders work in conjunction with the amount slider. And you probably noticed that when the amount slider was at its default, none of these other sliders are even an option. So let me move this back to the left. Now the midpoint, that's simply going to expand or decrease the range of the effect. If I move it to the left, you can see what's happening here, and I'll move it to the right, and you can see how that affects the vignette itself. Let me put it back in its default setting, right in the middle. Before I show you the roundness slider, I'm going to go to the feather slider, and you'll see why in a second, why I've jumped to that. Now the feather slider does just that. If I move it to the left, it's going to decrease the feathering. In other words, it's going to be a very hard edge. And if I move that slider to the right, I increase the feathering. Now I'm going to move the feather slider all the way to the left so we have a really hard edge. Now when I come up to the roundness slider, you're going to see how this slider works much more clearly. I'm going to move this roundness slider to the left. It really isn't an oval anymore. It's almost a rectangle with rounded edges. You can change the shape of the vignette using the roundness slider, and if I move it to the right, it'll make it even more round. You can see that a lot better when the feather slider's all the way to the left. So let me put this back to its default, and I'm going to double click on this arrowhead and bring feather back to its default as well. The highlight slider, put your eyes up to the upper left hand side of this image where it's really dark up there. I'm going to click and drag on the highlight slider, and you can see that there's highlights up there and they're being affected. They're being revealed. There aren't highlights in the other areas, in the other corners, so they're going to remain dark. So it's just a way of fine-tuning the look of your vignette. Now, I'm back up at the amount slider because I'm going to make that less of an obvious vignette. I use these vignette controls almost on 75% of my images. I really use it a lot. But the key, I think, for me is not to overdo it. Just even a subtle amount of vignetting is all it takes. I don't want the viewer to say, oh, look, heavy-duty vignetting. I just want a little bit of vignetting, and that's going to help move the viewer's eyes right to the middle where I want it to be. And I'm going to go ahead and select the before and after, and you can see the difference. It doesn't take a lot of vignetting to really improve an image. Now the reason it's called a post-crop vignetting control. Imagine if I crop this picture now just down to the very center. The vignetting controls that I just applied to these outer edges will adapt to the new crop. It doesn't matter how you crop it. The vignetting tool will take into account your crop. So you can crop before or you can crop after, and the vignetting will adapt to the edges of your crop. So there you are, one of the simplest ways I know to improve an image using Lightroom's post-crop vignetting controls.